Welcome to a day of my life, Saturday edition. I just woke up, if you can't tell by my voice. It is 5:18 in the morning. If you watched my last video of how much time I get to crochet during the week, I'm a mom of two little kids, almost 4 and almost 2. They're past that time where they're 3.5 and 1.5. They're closer to turning their next ages in the next 2 months. And I also work full time. This week, my kids' daycare was closed Thursday and Friday, so I took off work and was with them. So it's been a little bit of a crazy week. And I had a custom order that I decided to market prep alongside, which means I batch made a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to show you that stuff that I made, but I thought I would have you join me today and see how much I get done during the day. My focus for today is to try to get some smaller items done. So the first thing I'm going to work on this morning are mini loaf cats. The pattern is from My Universe 64 and it's free. And then I just joined what is called a mat or a make-a-thon. They are run by Melly from Melissa Made That, and she partners up with a designer, has a little call for people to join on her Instagram, and then she caps it out at I think normally on 30 people, and we all just make that designer's patterns for the week, and it's just fun. We all chat together and make different things and share and support the designer. So this week, it's the Cozy Stitch, and I love her. I have a lot of her patterns. I have a lot of her patterns that I haven't made yet, but she has these patterns called Chubby Buddies, and I'm gonna get some of those to work on because those are great smaller makes for markets. So I'm gonna get some of those to work on today, and kind of show you what I'm able to get done. So I need to get some things set up for this morning. My dog is literally sitting right here waiting for me to feed him and give him his medicine. And then I'm going to come back over here and show you my makes that I just told you about, my custom order that I batch prepped alongside. So I had stuff for market prep. I am heavy into market prep mode. I should find out this week if I got into a market that's on September 7th. So we're supposed to find out August 13th. So it's 3 weeks before the market. I am prepping as if I got in, because if I don't, my next market is September 14th. And then I have 2 more after that, one at the end of September and one mid-October planned. And then I've applied for one in November, and then we'll see where we go from there. But I have a lot to get done. I've done a lot. I need to pat myself on the back. I just looked at everything I market prep before, but I tend to focus on the mid-size to bigger items because that's what I really love making. But I need to work on the smaller items because those are just perfect for little kids or people that want to buy for multiple people. So anyways, let me get into doing what I need to do here and feeding my dog, who's just staring at me. And then I'll show you what I've made so far this week before we get into you following along with me on my Saturday. Are you ready for your breakfast? Are you sick of me filming? Okay, all right, let's get you some breakfast. Okay, I'm back. I have on a sweater now. It's a little chilly this morning. I live up in New England. So anyways, you don't care about that. Let's get into what I made this week. So the first thing that I worked on, I have a whole pile of things here, and I was getting a little hard on myself about how much I've made so far this week. So Monday through yesterday, Friday, but it's a lot. I need to stop being so hard on myself. And I have a lot going on in life. So my former high school speech and debate teacher has been ordering all of her baby gifts from me, which is so nice. I love her. I credit her for like who I am today in so many ways, especially in like a work sense, like having like the confidence that I do to speak in meetings and present. Like, anyways, I love her. So the first thing she ordered was for one little baby boy. She ordered a penguin. This is actually a cozy stitch pattern. This is Peppy Penguin, the snuggler version. So this is the one she ordered. I love him. So I love the wings, like little details like this where they're tapered are so cute. I love their little feet, and I don't know, I just think they're the cutest. They are also like decently quick to make, except maybe when you make 5. So I made this one for her order, and then I made 2 more classic baby penguins. Oh, hold on, I didn't tell you the colors. This is a Premier Basic Chenille blue. This is Burlap Blanket and Vintage White. This is Premier Basic Chenille. I think it's Curry, the yellow. And then this is Rust for the feet. And then I made 2 classic baby penguins. So this is Burlap Blanket in black, then the same Vintage White. This is the light gray from Premier Basic Chenille, and then I did their feet in the yellow curry color. So I made 2 classics, and then I made a pink and a blue. So this one is, I use Vintage White for all of their faces. This is Burlap Blanket Mellow Mauve, and then I think this is Dusty Pink and Burlap Blanket, and again, the same color feet. And then this one, I forget the blue, but it's a dark blue by Burlap Blanket, and then Periwinkle from Premier Basic Chenille. So I made 5 penguins. This is for the custom order, and these guys are for my market prep. So I absolutely adore this pattern. It's very popular at my markets. I normally bring 2 to each market, so that's why I made 4 to market prep with. I'll put probably 2 out on my table and then have them to replenish as needed. And then she ordered for somebody that's having twins, and she ordered 2 giraffes. This is Itty Gentry Giraffe from BK Crochet. I have her regular size giraffe too. I love them both. This is one of like the very early patterns that I made in my crochet journey. Well, the full size one, the Itty one, like recently came out. And I remember having such a hard time with it because she definitely has a unique method for joining the legs. So it's completely no-sew. You make the arms first and then the legs. The legs come together up into the body, and you have the body, and then you make the head. And then you make the ears, and these are actually called ossicones. Her pattern is a little fun fact on those, or people call them horns. And then the head, and the head joins into the body. So completely no-sew. Sorry if you can hear that. That's my fridge. I just love him. So this is the Vintage White for the muzzle, the mystical yellow. The browns are caramel from Premier Basic Chenille. And then this fuzzy that I do on the ossicones is the Lion brand furry yarn. It gives me a lot of respect for people that use fur yarn because these take me like forever. Not really, but longer than they should. But it gives it such a nice effect. And he has a cutie little tail. So she got 2, and then this one is Burlap Blanket and Almond with the same caramel from Premier Basic Chenille. And then I made 2 more for my market, and I've already made 2 for my market. My goal was to have 4 Itty Gentry giraffes, and then I want to make 1 or 2 big ones. We'll see if I get to it because, like I said, I need to focus on smaller things. So we got 4 Gentry giraffes done. And then if you guys have been watching my videos, you know that I did 2 pattern tests for Christina over at CC Handmade Hugs with her Hollow Wee Baby line that she is coming out with patterns for. So I made Frankie the Frankenstein and Eloise the Witch for her pattern test, and she just came out with Gasp the Ghost, and I was obsessed. I did not pattern test this. Her pattern came out yesterday and I already made one. How cute is she? The body shape is adorable. Like, I don't know how to explain it. So you can kind of tell, like, it's a snuggler, but the body's all like fluffy and puffy like a ghost would be. She has cute little thumbs on her hands, and you'll notice that all of the animals, well, they're not animals, all of the, I don't know, makes in her Halloween baby collection have this adorable nose that I've never seen before that she makes. I love the bow. I think I'm gonna make like a boy one and use the either the scarf from her Witty Wizard that's in the Eloise pattern as a mod, or maybe like a bandana. But she's so cute. I'm obsessed. I had to make her. So I made her last night. So let's go over everything I made so far this week. We've got 5 Peppy Penguins. 1, 2, 3, 4 baby Gentry Giraffes, and 1 Gasp the Ghost. Look at all of these. I'm very proud of myself. I can be really hard on myself as to how much I'm able to create, but I don't have a lot of time, and I love doing it. Like, I don't feel stressed. So I'm gonna go get started on the mini Loaf cats, and then get some cozy stitch patterns for the make-a-thon. And yeah, we'll make some things together today. Okay, sorry for the terrible lighting and my crazy morning hair, and if you can hear my kid's sound machine. But we finished one little Loaf cat. Well, not finished. I still need to do the face, but I didn't do the faces on the other ones that I started on, so I'm just saving it all to the end because that's just what makes sense in my brain. But here he is. So they're really cute. I sell these for $10. I think I'm gonna make another one of these, but use vintage white for the face. So that's what I'm gonna get started on next. Okay, I finished the other Loaf cat. So this one I just did in vintage white. This one has almond. I think I like the white one better, but I'm gonna pause here and pick out my cozy stitch patterns that I am going to get for this make-a-thon and start working on next. Okay, I'm dressed and ready for the day. If you are new here, my husband and I like switch weekend mornings, that we get the morning to do whatever we want until about 8:30, because that's the time that works for us. It's when our kids need to like get out and do something. I obviously crochet. He sleeps. To each their own. But I got dressed and I worked on my first little cozy stitch make for this make-a-thon. I made this. She has like a whole line of Chubby Buddies. So this is the cow Chubby Buddy. I think he's really cute. I made it in the Bernat Tweeds color. I think the next one I'm gonna make, can you guys hear those birds? I have the window open. It's so nice out. The next one I think I'm gonna do all brown and do like a Highland cow with like kind of like a tuft of fuzz. But my husband made for me like this little farmhouse that I have on my table, and I usually have like chickens, like maple chickens at the bottom, and then I was thinking I could do like a row of these. So I think I want to try to make at least like 5 or 6. So I think my plan is to like work on whipping up some of the bodies throughout the rest of the day today. I might switch up. I also bought her Chubby Buddy bat because I thought those would be really cute for Halloween. So maybe I'll switch that up. We'll see how I feel. I'm just listening to those birds. I hope you can hear them. If not, that was a really awkward pause. But with all that being said, this took me a little while because it was my first time doing the pattern. I think what I'm going to do, so like his like arms and feet are surface crocheted, so I think the next time I do it, I'm gonna see if I could figure out how to just do like some bobble stitches in the round. Same with the ears. They were done surface, and I wonder, I don't know if I'll be able to do, no, because they're multiple rounds. That was fine to do that, but anyways, just see if I can make some modifications to make it faster for me to do. But I think he's cute. Oh, maybe I'll put like a little tail in the back. Hold on, let me do that real quick. Okay, I added a tail, but now I'm questioning if it's too long. Maybe, I don't know, but cows have long tails. So there he is. That is my Chubby Buddy. So I got my cats up here. 2 little Loaf cats and a Chubby Buddy. For whatever reason, I just was going really slow this morning, but that's okay. The next time I'll really get to work on something is when my kids are napping. I am about to head downstairs, and then we are going to go over to our little farmer's market. It's a beautiful morning out, so I'm looking forward to that. So hopefully I'll work on some more of these little cows today. I've got these cats. Maybe I have, ouch. Just got attacked by that shelf. I have these are, I made them the other day. These are like variegated burlap blanket, and this is a little bit of like some pink Premier Basics I had left. So I have 5 little kitties that need their little faces, so maybe I'll work on that today too. And yeah, I'll keep you updated on my progress. I'll try to remember to maybe take some footage at our cute little farmer's market, but I've got 2 little rugrats that are going to be running around. They always get popsicles and they melt all over them, but they love them. So it's like one of those things where it's just like, own the mess. Don't worry about it. You can throw the t-shirt in the wash. So, which reminds me, I should probably bring a spare shirt for my littlest, because he eats his whole entire popsicle, and by me, I mean like at least a quarter of it melts on him. Anyways, I'm getting off on a tangent. I'm gonna leave y'all here. I will check back in when I'm working on some more stuff today. So we have 1 chubby cow and 2 tiny cat potties done for today. I would love to get, I get like an hour overlap with my kids' nap, so I should be able to get at least 1 more cow done, and then maybe I'll work on some of the cat faces. We'll see what I'm in the mood for. Talk to you later. All right, we're at the farmer's market. We've got 2 little munchkins enjoying their popsicles. It's from a place called Crooked Stick Pop, so the sticks are crooked. Is it good, Mason? Yeah? Is it good? Yeah? Mason, what's your favorite part of the farmer's market?
Getting popsicles.
What kind of
candy.
There's no candy here anymore. Yeah. What kind of popsicles do you like? What'd you get?
Strawberry.
No, you didn't get that today. You had raspberry coconut?
Yeah, I had that.
And then what else did we eat?
Big sauce.
Okay, I forgot to film and take you guys in with me, but I just stopped at Michael's. My littlest is down for his nap, and then my husband's putting our toddler down, but I ran out of white, and I've been making cows, and I want some more white for that. I also, hold on. I also think I want to make another Gasp the Ghost this week. So I just picked up some vintage white. I had, look, you can see Michael's. I had a $5 off voucher. So why not? I'm trying not to buy yarn, but I'm literally out of anything that's plain white. So I got that. I finished one more Chubby Cow while my kids were just watching TV a little bit after lunch. I still need to do the eyes, so once I do that, I will show it to you. I'm going to get in a little bit of crochet time while my kids are napping, hopefully, and we'll see what I can accomplish. Okay, so I finished my chocolate milk cow, Chubby Bunny. Chubby Buddy, Chubby Cow, whatever. I always forget, like, I use my phone to film and it's like over here. For some reason, the eyes look crooked on screen. Maybe they are. All right, I might have to redo those, but chocolate milk, Chubby Cow. And then I actually shifted gears. I am working with Citizens Crochet, who I guess like employs crocheters across Massachusetts, and I'm working with them, and I am making their strawberry whales for them to stock in one of the shops that they sell at. I need to get 10 done by the end of next week. So I need to get started. So this is one. So I decided to work on this. It's just about time for me to get my kids up from their naps. But before I do that, I'm going to clear off our bed because nobody is going to sleep there tonight if it remains looking like this. I think for the rest of the day, I don't know. I wanted to get one of these done just because it makes me feel better. I think tomorrow I'm going to focus mostly on these, and then for the rest of today, and by the rest of today, I mean basically tonight after my kids go to sleep, I'm going to focus on making stuff for my market prep. I think I'm going to make maybe one more Chubby Cow and then try making the Chubby Bat pattern that I got today for the Cozy Stitch Makeathon. I will check back in, and I'll either check back in tonight, or if it's really late, I might just do it tomorrow morning, and then I'll edit this video to post tomorrow. So that's it for today, or not today, that's it for now. Okay, bye. Okay, so it's Sunday. It's actually like Sunday afternoon, and I need to finish this video, edit it, and upload it for you guys. But let's do a little recap on what I made throughout the day on Saturday, which was yesterday. So, as you know, I made these two little loaf cats. I still haven't done any of their faces. I know I said I would, but I didn't. One has the vintage white face and one has the almond face. And then I made these two Chubby Buddy cows from the Cozy Stitch. And then I made, oh gosh, where did it go? Oh, and then I made this Chubby Buddy bat from the Cozy Stitch, which is really cute. Since I have a bunch of fall markets coming up, I am making some little fall things, and I wanted to make some bats. So I'm going to make a few more of these to have. It's adorable. It was pretty quick. The only thing I changed is that she has you make the ears separate and sew them on, but I did a surface crochet. So I did a half double crochet, chain 2, and then a slip stitch in the second chain, and then a half double crochet in to kind of give him that point. And then she does have you surface crochet on the wings and the feet, which is nice. But he was pretty quick to make, so I'll make a couple more of these. I did dark gray because I embroider all of my eyes, and black eyes would be hard to see on black, but I'm thinking of doing a black, and I have some green, and maybe doing some green eyes, a little spooky but cute. So I made that, and then I got started on this last night and I finished it this morning. I'm doing a pattern test for her name. Oh, I forget her Instagram name. I'm gonna put it here. It's Hobbs something, but I did the pattern test. She's releasing a whole line of safari animals, so I did the giraffe. Each one comes in a lovey or a stuffed animal format. So I did the stuffy. He needs his eyes, but last night I did his legs, arms. I did all the pieces: the 2 legs, arms, his tail, ears, and the ossicones. And I think he came out so cute. Look at his little butt, and then you can see let's see. You can sit. So what a cute, like, oops, use a little fuzz. What a cute, like, nursery gift for somebody that it could be like a decoration. Now he's not sitting. He can sit, I promise. There we go. He could be like a little decoration on a shelf until like a baby's ready to play with him. You could also totally put some weighted pellets in to make him sit better, but really, he sits pretty well on his own. And let's see, so I used Premier Basic Chenille, and I know I have more of this here. Oh, it's this color. Seafoam, and then Premier Basic Chenille in dark gray. I don't know what color this is. It was just like a little scrap that I had, essentially. And I'm gonna say that it was a burnout blanket. And then I tried a new fur yarn for up here. I normally use the Lion brand fur yarn. I had bought a lot of it at one point to ambitiously make a blanket, and then I learned how hard it was to work with fur yarn. But I bought this one from Kekche, K-E-C-H-E. It's from Amazon. This was a lot harder to work with. It was much more slippery. Like literally from doing this, my hands are like still sore from trying to hold it. So I think I'm just gonna use it in the future for like embroidering accents. I had gotten it for maybe penguin wings for my gray penguins, but it's much more slippery. It's soft, it's cute. And then I finished the body and the head this morning. He was pretty quick. He's like a cute size, like a good little medium size. So that's everything I made on Saturday. I'm going to wrap this video up here. I have an idea for a video for next week that I was inspired by somebody on here for, so stay tuned for that. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye. If you haven't already, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what you are doing while you're watching this video. Maybe you're just watching, maybe you're crocheting, maybe you are doing the dishes or cleaning. Let me know what you're up to. I'm gonna pause real quick so you can do that. Maybe you're finishing counting stitches or you're drying off your hands from the dishes. So I'm gonna pause. Make sure you go down there, give it a like, give me a subscribe. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers this month. Or 450. I forget what my goal is, but whatever it is, I hope you subscribe and you join me along for more of these videos. And if there is ever a video idea or something you want to see from me, let me know. I love your ideas. I love your feedback, and I will see you next time.